I've definitely experiencing myself, and I see it a lot with parents that I talk to, is almost a feeling of guilt. Firstly, there's things that you need to do as a parent for your child. And probably that's what we focus on a lot. We focus on, making sure your child's prepared, that they've got the support they need, etc., etc. But actually, and I'll explain the reason for the second photo now, as a parent, you can't provide for your child and you can't give your child what they need unless you yourself are provided for and you're taken care of. So, it's commonly said when you're on flights, and I never understood this as a child, as an adult, make sure you if there's an accident, make sure you put your own oxygen mask on first before you help others. And for me, that really does sum up parenting. You need to exercise some self-care and make sure you're in a good position so that you can help your child. And also then there's taking care of the relationships, those within sport and those outside of sport. So there's a focus here on what you as a parent can do for the child, what you as the parent can do for yourself, and then what you can do to negotiate and navigate those relationships. But Kelly, I'm interested to what extent do you feel you've been able to maybe balance those three things, or are you able to sort of exercise that self-care? Because as a relatively new mum, I can say I'm failing probably on that part at the moment.
I think that's probably the one, the self-care piece. We want to give the best for our kids, and we want to give them, put them and give them the opportunities, right? And maybe we don't spend enough time looking after ourselves and just taking a bit of time and a bit of reflection, or because as you rightly pointed out before, we can't give the best to them if we're not in the best shape ourselves.
Yeah, and it's so important. And I've definitely experiencing myself, and I see it a lot with parents that I talk to, is almost a feeling of guilt or a feeling that you shouldn't take that time for yourself. But actually, all of the literature and all of the evidence would say you need to, because and maybe some of you who are on the call can this resonates, but the more stress you're experiencing as a parent, the more likely you are to engage in more punitive or negative parenting practices. Definitely I've had it where, the emails are coming in and I'm starting to feel stressed, and the little one hears about it, and actually it's nothing to do with him. But, when we're talking about parenting, that stress does build, and sport can contribute to that. So, it's not that you're doing it selfishly for yourself. You're actually doing it so that you can be a better parent.